Mr. Crinkle. See what he's got. Playing against the old humans list. I mean, this is all right. I'm gonna actually, I think I'm just gonna go ahead and throw out Dauntless Bodyguard because I'm gonna put in the. Nah, I'm gonna hold on it. Playing this Gigantha. Okay. Playing like some red white aggro list, I'm gonna guess. It looks like we can't play anything on turn 2 unless we play a bodyguard. I'll wait one more turn. I'm probably gonna pay for that. If I can get another land, then we'll be okay. If I can't get another land, then yeah, we're in trouble. Because I'm gonna need to start throwing out the bodyguards for no value, which kind of sucks. And he's drawing a bunch of cards here. All right, at least we got the land. We'll play. These need red. I'm gonna exile it. So he loses the cards. He loses the card advantage, and then he can't attack with the second Bomat Courier unless he removes the first the Brutal Cathar. But we exiled those cards, so he doesn't get them. He won't get them later on. Trying to slow down that card advantage that he was getting, making his guy bigger. No blocks. Okay. We do have another Brutal Cathar that we can play. I'm gonna play it because I want him to sack the. I want him to get rid of the Bomat Courier. If he sacks the Bomat Courier, he loses his hand. If he doesn't sack it, then he loses the cards, and so there we go. Lost the cards, and we can start getting in now. He loses the value off of this. Playing another creature with a ward. Okay, he's gonna make that bigger. Let's see here, what can we do here? We can play the War Leader and the Wolf Leader, and then we can play the Aspirant as well. So we're going to do that. I don't know exactly what he's going to be doing here. Send it in for 5. Okay, didn't do anything. He's gonna make, I think he's gonna make that guy bigger, and then he's gonna go to 3 things. Yeah, this thing's huge. Okay, the hole. Patchwork Automaton is a pain. But the portrait is also going to be difficult because he keeps playing these enchantments. Jeez, it's a 10/10. Does that have trample? No? Okay, well, we're just going to block it. Golly. Oh, now it's a 2/2. Alright, let's play this. We'll go ahead and play out Bodyguard. Guess we'll put it on Cathar. Alright. We can't do anything right now. We're gonna probably have to block the Patchwork Automaton because it's gonna flip. All of these things are gonna flip into these ridiculous little dudes who are gonna get +1 for all the other ones. So that's this is actually pretty interesting. Oh wow, draw a card if you control an artifact, control a card if you control enchantment. Alright, cool. 2 or less. What are we targeting here? Okay, well then I'll just go ahead and activate the ability. Put it on our dude, so we can block with him with no problem. Swinging for 14 at us. We'll take the 6. Got extra Dauntless Bodyguards. Cool. It's just what we wanted. Another land. If he plays absolutely nothing else, we can survive by 5. All right, we'll go ahead and do this. Put on this creature. Put on this creature. I'll make it look like I have something in my hand. Can't attack him because we have nothing. We can block him though, so that's at least something. I don't know how we're gonna get rid of these 6/6s, especially with him drawing basically 2 cards off of those. So he's refilling his hand and we're doing nothing. Sure. Make some 7s. Okay. So this is a cool little trick that you can do. We're gonna block 1, and then we're gonna block with the second thing. Then we're gonna block this one right here, right? And then what we can do is this one is targeting this guy. So we're gonna go block. We're gonna sack this guy. Activate his ability. So we take no damage from him. And now the question is do we want to keep the 3/3 around? Sure. We'll keep the 3/3 around too. Because it can actually block the automaton next turn. So our guys survive. Oh no, I needed him to stay. Wow. I misplayed that. I needed him to stay to make this guy big enough. That's game. I needed him to be there to be big enough. We had it until I sacked the second one, and then he wasn't big enough anymore. It's a cool trick until you mess it up. There's nothing that we can do here. He's gonna attack us with these 9/9s. I mean, it don't matter. Let's just go to the next game. Fine. At least we're not playing against control. I can at least go, hey, we're not playing against control. Bring in all of this fun stuff. Tons of cool little removal options for us. I'll drop 1 Inspector. We're gonna drop the Heroic Intervention, I think. Don't need the Pack Leader. We're just gonna kind of shave off on a couple of these. Couple of these cards that we were using to bring in all of this like big. He wants to make big creatures, and we'll just destroy them instead. Just shave a couple of these down. Guess the Elite Spellbinders are right to drop. All right, there we go. We'll drop one ofs of some stuff. See if we can get see if we can bring this back. Been a nice time to have one of those other guys. Wow, look at this. We have this to destroy you know, his artifacts or enchantments. We learned from last time not to do that. All right, decent hand. We'll keep this. I guess I'm gonna put the Dauntless Bodyguard on the bottom. We really want to keep the lands. I'm gonna go ahead and put this out so that we can tap his creatures. Alright, playing some fun stuff already right off the bat. We'll play... I'm gonna play aspirant for right now. I'm gonna put it on itself. And we're not gonna attack. We're gonna leave some blockers back. See what he does. I guess I could have attacked with a giant killer. Didn't really matter, but see, now we have the double haste if he didn't block. Which I wouldn't assume he would. Making that big old 6/6. I think I'm okay with this because we can actually tap it next turn. So we'll just take the one, or we can kill it next turn. We didn't draw anything, unfortunately. We're just gonna pass. We're gonna make this attack. It looks odd, but it makes it look like the giant killer is gonna do something. And we actually have Valorous stance in our hand. He's gonna make one of these really big, whichever one it is. Sure. We're gonna wait to like the last second to do anything. Playing another Bowmat Courier, okay. Sure. That's gone. Exiles the card with it. Okay. What we're gonna do here is we're actually gonna just put this into play. And then we're gonna destroy this. Kind of get it off the board before it flips and we don't have to worry about it anymore. We're gonna let Giant Killer stay back and just keep getting in with a 4/4. He doesn't have the red mana right now. Okay, that was that's a problem, but it is something that, you know, it's okay. We'll take the extra 6. We'll give that to him. He doesn't have the red mana, so we can actually just, if we can get it off the board with like this, then we're good to go. So we're gonna play this right now. We'll go to combat. We got our Valorous stance back. So we're just gonna kind of see what he does. Ginger Brute, okay. Ginger Brute can't be blocked. I kind of think that's weird that he didn't just go ahead and put that on his other guy. But here's what I'm actually gonna do. We're gonna resolve this. We're just gonna kill this one. I was thinking about dropping the Thraben Inspector in front of it, but and killing the other one, but I think this is probably the better outcome. We did draw a land here finally. This is gonna flip. We do have to be very careful here with what we do next, because we don't want to just overextend and die. Go ahead and play this land. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and draw a card and see if we can get something going on here. We do need some stuff. Okay, this will help us for next turn at least. We're going to just go ahead and play this. If we had an extra mana, I'd play the Commando. So this one I'm going to put on... You know what? We can actually force him to block. We got 6 So we got 7, 8, 9 damage on the board. If we attack, he blocks here. He takes 8, means he has to block another one. So if he blocks here, he takes 3. And then he can attack us back for 2 plus whatever this flips into. He can't attack with that just yet. Yeah, let's send them all. He still doesn't have that red mana yet, so. And then we can sacrifice this if things go bad. Oh, that's if it channels. Okay, it doesn't do anything. Swinging back for 2. We'll trade there. Loses all 4 of those cards, so if he does get that red mana, he doesn't get it back. And then we lose the other Ascendant. Okay. Pretty good. Pretty good play there for him. What he didn't know was that we can get one of our guys back. Let's see here. What would be the best play? I would like to keep the giant killer back, or in case if he does something crazy. I'm gonna put this out there. We'll bring back our commando, the one that's from the graveyard. And then we're going to pass a turn. Because now what we can do is we can actually blow up his 4/4 if that's what he wants to do. And if he plays one of those enchantments that he's been playing that flips, then we can actually stop that as well. Here's his red mana that he was waiting on. The Gigantha. He needed that. Let's go ahead and sack this and destroy this one. Yep, legendary Bambi. Unfortunately, we didn't get anything there. But can we kill him? Yes, we can. We can kill him. We put this one in. He may not see it, but I see it. We're gonna sack it for this. We're gonna tap this. And then attack for 5. Got him. Alright, let's try it again. Let's see if we can get there one more time. Alright, we're gonna run it back. You'd be mad. That was a good one. We were able to pull it off. Oh my god, here we go again with these 17 landers. I'm gonna mulligan this. Okay. We can keep this. We are going to keep this, and I think it might sound crazy, but we're gonna give Nathalia's Lieutenant. I like the company gets us back in the game, and these are both removal spells, and they hold him back. So that's what we're gonna do. And we have our land for Collected Company, so you can make it to where we can't block his Ginger Brute, but Giant Killer is really good here because it just kind of blocks his other creatures. All right, he's gonna make it really big. All right, yeah, no blocks there. We'll take that one on the chin. Yeah, we don't have any other plays, so what we're gonna do is we're just gonna wait. We'll let him put his thing on whatever creature he's gonna put it on, and then before he goes to combat, we'll just tap it Plays another Ginger Brute. Okay. Before he passes into the next turn. Ooh. So now we can actually kill that instead. We're gonna kill this one. Take 5. This isn't a good spot for us, but we'll take. Ooh, that's a good card. That was one that we needed. We'll just go ahead and you know, I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna wait. He says good game. BMing me, huh? All right. He's BM. That's what he says. He's like, I got this game in the bag. You got nothing on me. We'll see. Can't block. Okay. Can't block that one either. Okay. Thing's 5. Well, we're going to kill this guy. We're not dead. Take 2. This little guy's now a 3/3. He shocks and plays his automaton. We need some hella good collected companies right here. And that's what we're going to play to. We're going to play into hella good collected companies. I mean, we're not in a good spot right now. We're not. He's going to draw 2. He sacked the land to do it, so he doesn't really have anything else but what's on the board. Glass casket. Sure. It's going to enter. He's going to select the dude, and now we're going to play collected company. Valio's lieutenant is fantastic here. But we can block that. We're going to play, I think we're going to play this one. The 3/5. We're going to have to block the 5/5. I mean, I'm sure he's going to send it. There's no way that he doesn't just not send that. We're going to take 2 here again. We have a removal spell to get rid of the enchantments. The Ginger Brutes are the problem here right now. So we're going to block here. And we're going to block one of the Ginger Brutes, I guess. We'll take 3. The reason why we're blocking the Ginger Brute is because the Ginger Brute can become unblockable. And if he does that, then we're just dead. We can kill his 4/4. We can attack and get a 1/1. I think we want to hold everything up. Everything is flash, so I can do all this stuff at instant speed. And this is vigilance, so we're just going to swing this in. And we'll end the turn. We're going to see what he does. And if he doesn't do anything more than just swing with his little 4/4 and his little 1/1s and stuff, what we can do is we can play a collected company and then bring in a bunch of stuff. Now, if he starts doing something crazy like this, where he's going to be playing a bunch of little things, we're going to see what he does. I might Valorous stance. There's that thing that we were worried about, where you can't block him. Let's see what he does. All right, he sends everything. Sends a team. Okay. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to Valorous stance here. We're going to put this into play. We're going to get a blocks. We're going to block here. We're going to block here. And then we'll take one. I think I messed it up. I think I should have sacked it and destroyed the Ginger Brute. Because now we're in racing scenario again with the Ginger Brute, and he can actually make it to where it's unblockable. So I probably misplayed that there. But we're not out of it yet. Just pass the turn. What's he going to do? He brought that to his hand. Okay. So he's going to make this unblockable. Okay. He's going to go in for the attack. All right. This is what we expected. All right. We're going to play the Collected Company right now. Oh, we got double Thalia's Lieutenant. Blocks the 7, and he's got 9 on the battlefield right now. We're gonna play. Yeah, good game to that. He was talking shit to us in the middle of that game, and we came back and we lit him up. And we get that rank up. Nice. Made it happen. That was a little closer than I thought. It was a good one. Got him. Alright, so here we go. Against Warlord. He's gold. Mine is bronze. This looks like gold to me. Good starting hand. We'll go ahead and keep this. Double Thalia's Lieutenant, Inspector, Kudrow on the back. Opponent mulligan down to 6. And they're playing something green white as well. Showing off right out the gate that we are playing humans with our unclaimed territory. They created 2 humans. That was kind of interesting. I think we're gonna play another one. We're gonna name Human again. I don't know if he's gonna keep trying to do this token strategy, so I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna play Thalia. I get that out there. We'll offer up the trade, kill 1 and lose the 3 Inspector. They said no. I'd like to get another land here. They are going wide with their humans. Thalia's Lieutenant would be really bad for us. I'm gonna go ahead and put this into play. Take the action. We're gonna play our Kudo, and we're gonna get rid of his these flashback spells from out of the graveyard. You know what? We're gonna send Thalia in there too. Okay, you didn't want to block. All right. I feel like a Thalia's Lieutenant is coming. That's like the next big play. He's gonna make all these 2/2s. We do have a pretty good turn next turn too. We played Bodyguard. I'll probably put it on Kudrow. Keep him around. I don't know if this guy's going to be carrying removal spells or not, so we'll play it on him as our human lord, and then we could play Thalia's Lieutenant. Pump everybody up a little bit more, and then just slam in. So he's playing Naya. He's got red. He didn't shock. I'm curious what he's going to do here. He left all of his mana open. I think I'm going to put this into play as another white source. We could play double Thalia's Lieutenant and just kind of like push past whatever he might do. I think that's probably what I want to do here. Just play 2 Thalia's lieutenants, put a bunch of pressure on him. Exile the rest of his graveyard there. The second lieutenant. And then let's just swing in. This is lethal, so he has to block. He has to put up some kind of block. He can't just do nothing. Okay. Got him on that one. Yeah, just put too much pressure on them. I mean, we didn't really see a lot going on there. We saw some flashback spells. We bring in our self rebooters, I guess. Just playing a lot of tokens. So not really sure what he was attempting to do here. We don't really have a good swap for kite sail. It's just more of a let's just, you know, trim down a couple of the boys. We're just gonna trim down a little bit. I don't know about this one. I don't know if he's playing lifelink or not. So if we get in a situation where his creatures have lifelink, this could actually hurt us. So I'm going to take 1 out. That's the thought process that I have behind that. And I think I'm just going to bring in 3. We didn't see enough to know if we need to have all 4. And we added in, so we are adding this in. We have the Thalias already, so we're kind of putting a little emphasis on those instants and sorceries that he's playing. If he attempts to do that again, where he's just playing a bunch of those the cards that create tokens and then like pump the tokens up, then we're going to take them from him. Couple lands short here, but we can play this. I'll go ahead and keep this hand. We are on the draw. If we can get a different 1-drop, I'd like to not play Dauntless Bodyguard for nothing. Thalia's Lieutenant for nothing as well is kind of bad, but we'll do it. We'll protect the Thalia's Lieutenant with the Bodyguard. And see if we can get going there. And we got another Thalia's Lieutenant. So let's just go ahead and play this first one. Didn't really do anything there, so all right. We have a really good hand coming from this point forward. Okay. Remove the Thalia's Lieutenant. The Bodyguard wasn't going to protect him from that anyway, so let's go ahead and come and put in the Resplendent Cathar. It's like Adeline. AD, add E line, Adeline. Is shocking. Okay, he's playing some more tokens here. So now he's got good blocks on us. We're gonna play the Bodyguard, and we're gonna play the Thalia's Lieutenant, I believe, to just kind of like pump this up a little bit, keep him out of range. And then we have a good block here. We have a good attack, I'm sorry. The second Thalia's Lieutenant. And then gives us a 4/5. And then we're going to get some 1/1s, which is going to make this a 5/5. So we're going to start putting some pressure on him. resolve triggered. Thalia's Lieutenant gets bigger here too. So that's actually the kind of the cool thing. You get to double down on Thalia's Lieutenant getting bigger. It looks like he's going to take that block. I mean, if he blocks with a chariot, we're just going to sack the bodyguard. So it still gets us there. Chariot is much harder to take care of and is going to create more tokens for him. So we can just sack bodyguard, keep our guy around. There we go. Next turn we can play another Dauntless bodyguard. Kind of keep that train rolling. I mean, I like to get rid of the Skyclave apparition, but the thing is we needed to make sure he can start creating tokens with the Esca's chariot. All right. Would have liked to gotten a Kite Sail Freebooter here. We would have actually been able to take care of a lot of this stuff. Brutal Cathar. This is a 4/4. Oh, it's not. It's. I think it's a 2/2. I think we play the Brutal Cathar. Get rid of the apparition. I almost feel like we should have played the bodyguard instead, but alright. I think I'm just gonna attack with Thalia's Lieutenant. It's gonna be a 4/4. I don't think I'm actually gonna attack with the our other little guy here. I know he's a 6/5, but we want to keep him around, and this is actually going to keep producing tokens for us. So we could just attack with the Thalia's Lieutenant. This is for... Okay, for each opponent. Okay, so there's just one. This just keeps giving our Thalia's Lieutenant +1/+1 every turn. So instead of giving up that line, we're going to try to give up the Thalia's Lieutenant. We have a lot of stuff coming in from the backswing of this. I mean, he's got free blocks on the 1/1. Okay. I guess it didn't matter either way. Oh, he took the rest of it though. That's interesting. I wasn't expecting that. Question is he going to discard too? We get a land here. We can play Tireless and Dauntless, or we can just hold up for Collected Company, which is probably what we're gonna do. Next attack, depending on what he does, we're gonna send it. We'll send everything except the 1/1s and the Brutal Cathar. So the Thalia's Lieutenant and the token is what we'll attack with. He was looking at the Brutal Cathar, so he might kill the Brutal Cathar and then get the Skyclave back and then get rid of our Thalia's Lieutenant. This is gonna put us a little bit behind, but that's okay. Like I said, we get a land drop and we're good to go. Yep. We'll just trade off the 2/2 if he swings. I'm sure he will. He's gonna swing with probably at least the token. The Skyclave apparition still giving us trouble from earlier. Just take the rest. You get another draw here. 6/4. Creatures get vigilance. They get trample. Creatures you can control get +1 and have vigilance. As long as you control 3 or more creatures. All they get trample if they 6 and then double strike if he has 9. Okay, so they all have trample right or vigilance right now. Usually pretty telling. This is usually pretty telling to the fact that we have collected company, but we'll see what he does. Swing in the... I actually made a mistake there because before blocks, I want to cast this and it's not letting me cast it because I've already passed priority. I think that that's incorrect. That's not how that's supposed to work. I have priority. I should be able to do things right now. I'm just gonna block, double block right here. We're gonna hope for some luck here because basically our collected company isn't guaranteed us anything anymore. Now it does. So we're gonna exile something out of his graveyard. We'll just get rid of I guess the Escalus Chariot. I don't know. We did trade there. We didn't get the second part of this, which is kind of what I wanted. That's all right though. I actually wanted the front side, so we would be able to do the exile portion to exile a creature, so we can get rid of this reflection of Kiki-Jiki. That's okay. I think we're just gonna send them both. Try to force some blocks, and if he doesn't block, then we can try to collect a company into a, you know, a win. No blocks. Let's see what we get here. Unfortunate, we didn't get anything else, but that's all right. We'll just exile here, and then we'll exile. We'll exile all this stuff. So he can use the reflection of Kiki-Jiki, I think, to copy the Skyclave apparition. I don't like Arena because if I scroll over things, they can see what I'm looking at. We assumed that this was what was going to happen. Take our general there. That's all right. Swings with for 4. We're not going to block here. Just take it. It's not enough to kill us. So we did get that 3/3 on the back. That's actually pretty good. We play another Brutal Cathar. We don't actually get the front portion because it's still day or still nighttime. I think what we need to do is we need to flip the Brutal Cathar. Let me see here. I think this is the way we do it. We're going to play a card. We'll put it on Aspirant because that's going to get bigger. We'll play the second Brutal Cathar. This should turn it daytime, I think. I guess we'll put this on the Aspirant itself. We'll put it on 3-Ring Inspector. We don't need to attack with 3-Ring Inspector. We can just swing in for 5. He's actually dead. And we just swing with everything. He's got 1 block, and then he just dies. Unless he's got, like, Settle the Wreckage, I guess. Okay. No Settle the Wreckage. I didn't think about that until after I swung. Taking in our first win here. Ranking up into silver. I knew we needed 1 more win yesterday. We just ran out of time. Here we go. Game 2. We'll be on the play. I really like this hand. We can play the white source right off the bat, not give away the fact that we are humans. I mean, most decks might go, oh, hey, he's playing white-black, you know, or white-green. But when we do this and we name human, it becomes a little bit easier to realize the fact that we are indeed playing humans. Play Athalia. I don't know if maybe they might have had Thoughtseize or something. Maybe they were holding up a Fatal Push. Basically, they have to play it right now. If they don't, we can Dauntless Bodyguard. Okay. I mean, they can still do it in response, so it's not like we're out of the woods just yet. But the second that this resolves, if they don't have a... Oh, wow. They didn't have anything on there. All right, well, let's go to combat. I'm going to put this on Thalia. We're going to get in there for 3. In turn. What are they going to do here? They're playing Abzan of some kind. I'm sure they've got a creature at this point. They have to have something here. I know that Thalia puts pressure on removal spells, which is nice. Okay. Yeah. It looks like we're playing... Yep, we're playing Greasefang. Okay. As much as I'd like to get the Ascendant back, I feel like I'm going to hold on to this. I'm going to play Adeline. I'll put this into play on Human. This puts more pressure on them because this is for 5 plus the 1, so 6. So we got 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We have lethal on board next turn, so if they just go Greasefang right now, we can actually remove it. It didn't look like they had anything in their graveyard except for the Citrus Supplier, so... They'll be able to survive another turn. There's the Greasefang. That's what we figured they were going to do. We can actually remove Greasefang. Oh, it's when it attacks, not when it enters. Oh, it's only a vehicle. Oh, well, then he's just dead. Yeah, we just play Brutal Cathar. Say goodbye to Greasefang. And send it. This is lethal swing. Yep, there you go. We just overpowered him. A little bit too slow for us. So this round is actually pretty interesting. We have a lot of options against Greasefang. We can bring in these and some of these. We're gonna take out a couple pieces of like the slower stuff. Like the Aspirant isn't gonna do us much good long term. It's a good card, but it's not going to do enough long term. Like this is removal spell. This is a removal spell. This gets into their hand and takes out the artifacts that they're going to try to play, or the cards that let them dig. So we're able to kind of do a little bit more. This eats their graveyard. We're probably not going to be playing a long game, so I'll drop a Tireless Tracker. I'll Honestly, I think I might drop another tireless tracker. I think I'm going to do it like this. I'm thinking about bringing the other Thalia in, but I think that this is fine, and we'll see. We'll see how this does. Of course, Hearst would have been good there as well. We have a lot of interaction with the graveyard. Ooh, it's a pretty good hand. Pretty good start. Go ahead and keep this. Just start the hand off with the Godless Shrine. See what they do. We actually have 2 pieces of interaction here. Just with that turn 1 Thoughtseize. I would guess that they're going to take the Liberator, but I mean, Kitesail Freebooter does mess with them a lot too. They could have a secondary Thoughtseize and then just Thoughtseize us again, and you know, okay, maybe they don't want us to see the hand. All right, we'll decline. And next turn we can play the Temple Garden, Outland Liberator. Teacher Supplier. Okay. The Grease Fang in the graveyard. And an Aspirant. That's okay. We're actually just going to put the Outland Liberator into play. We do have a second one as well. So that is something to consider. Okay. Probably why they took the Kitesail Freebooter. This is going to give them a lot of time. 2 artifacts in the graveyard, okay. Alright, so what I'm actually going to do here is, I think I'm gonna play Thalia. This can slow down pieces of their removal and any effects that they have to get into the graveyard. Doesn't stop Grease Fang, but it does add a little additional pressure onto like their Grizzly salvages and things like that. No blocks, okay. Unfortunately, there's not too much we can do with getting through this. I'm actually going to start here and then grab the Freebooter, and I'd like to see what they have in their hand. They got the Grease Fang. This is the creature card that they want to play, and they have it already in the graveyard. Yeah, so that we need to get rid of that. Okay. Go ahead and take this from them. They're missing land drops. Do we want to get in with Thalia? They just double block. Yeah, we're not going to attack. I think if they get a Grizzly salvage, that's a way for them to back in the game. Okay. First, yeah, sure. And then they get the other piece out of their graveyard. There wasn't much we could do there to stop that. That's just kind of how that goes. They have the Grease Fang. It would be nice to exile the Grease Fang. We can get in for 1 with a Kitesail Freebooter. They will eventually be able to play these artifacts though. 5s and 6 drops, a little difficult for them, but they can get the job done. And they're 1 spot away from playing the other one. Okay, so we got Brutal Cathar. Another good one. We just get rid of Grease Fang right now. Stops them from being able to get the other Chariot out of their graveyard. So let's just go ahead and do that. Oh, it's going to flip. That's what it was. I knew it. Choose attackers. Why can I not attack with my... Oh, it's because my Freebooter came back with this guy. We swing with this, they just throw stuff in the graveyard. We need a way to eat their graveyard. We don't have... They do have a Grease Fang in play too, so... All right, we're just gonna not do anything. We can't sit here and fight with the Grease Fang. So we're kind of in a rock and a hard place here. This is kind of where they want to be at. You just bring back the other Escus Chariot. Can't get over top of them right now either. And then comes the attacks. Okay. He did attack with this, so we can't block here. We can block this. I mean, we're just gonna block one. We'll block one. Block this one. He crewed with this, so we could take 4, 5, 6. I don't really want to block the Stitcher suppliers because it's going to help him out with the Grease Fang. But we're going to pass the turn next turn just immediately, and we're gonna flip this over. I'm gonna play off of hopefully a land plus collected company. We need a land really bad right now. All right, we got the land. Call it for humans. Pass a turn and it becomes daytime. Is that right? I keep messing this up because I don't know how it works. Okay, so if a player casts at least 2 spells during their own turn, it becomes day, then next turn. So that means that I need to go here into here, leaving 1 mana open, and then I'll put this on. Let's put it on this guy, I guess. And we can swing in for 4. Lifelink. We kind of want to be able to attack with the freebooter because then we can start actually putting counters on him and put pressure in the air. We got to get rid of the Grease Fang. Oh, I hope that I did that right. I played 2 spells on my turn, so it should flip over next turn, which is going to let us have our guy back. And then we'll eat the Grease Fang. And if I did it wrong, then I'm learning. Okay, there we go. Right, and eat the Grease Fang. So now he can't get the stuff back from his graveyard. We're just slowly trying to take care of Grease Fang. That's what it is. Things that bring Grease Fang back and deal with Grease Fang, that's what we're trying to do. If he plays like the Escos Chariot, we could just blow it up with the Outland Liberator. And got another one. I don't think that we can win now. I think that's just it. We needed to not get hit with another Grease Fang style attack. I mean, we can survive because we can actually just blow this thing up right now. Kind of slows things down. Okay. Thalia's Lieutenant pushes a lot of damage here. He's got that Grease Fang, so the only option we have here is to try to Collected Company into another removal spell, but he can bring it back if we actually just eat it itself. So we got a Collected Company to remove Grease Fang. We didn't get there, unfortunately. We'll put this on Brutal Cathar. We don't want him getting that back. And then I guess the one that's going to cause the biggest problem for us is technically right now Escos Chariot. We don't want him to get any more creatures. He's got 2 of them though. We'll take Sky Sovereign. We'll go to attack. We'll put this on Kite Sail, I think. And then we'll attack with the Kite Sail in the air. He's gonna bring something else back with Grease Fang, so... And now he's got the Escos Chariot, so... Kinda is what it is here. We're about to take a bunch of damage. And I think that we're dead here. What's up, Maldog? I wish he would have attacked with everything. That would have at least given us the chance. So what, we're gonna take 9, 13, sure, whatever. Those 4/4s are just gonna beat us down. I don't think that there's any way out of this at this point. We'll see what we draw next, but I don't think that there's a way out of it. I think we're just dead. We didn't get enough removal. You can play this one. I'll play Lieutenant. And then again, we're still not out of the woods. I think we just, we can't really do enough. Even if we swing with everything, he just blocks favorably for himself. I guess we'll plot it here, so at least we can block one of the 4/4s. These should flip back over. We can eat this guy, and then we'll eat one of the 4/4s. We're just trying to stay alive here. And we're the Brutal Cathar is holding him off, but I don't think it's enough. I mean, we're trying, but I don't think it's enough. We basically just pass the turn and then try to play 2 spells. Pass the turn, try to play 2 spells. Try to eat what he's got. We have 2 Grease Fangs. We've exiled another Grease Fang. We've exiled all the Grease Fangs. They're all gone. Oh no, there 2 of them are here. Swings with a 4/4. We have a 4/5, so maybe he doesn't see that. He conceded. I don't know if I had that game. He conceded. We're going to round 3 here against Dumpster Cat. We need a land drop within the first couple hands, first couple turns, and this hand kind of comes on. I think we can keep this. This is okay. I'm not super thrilled. I'd like to have like 1 drop, 2 drop, but oh wow, glint sleeve siphoner. I haven't seen this one in a while. Let's throw this as a white. I know we have green cards, but we have a double white card here too. Ow. I was like, why are they swinging? And I was like, oh yeah, they have menace. Ooh, look at this green land. It all comes together. Just as we planned. I think we're just going to swing with Thalia. See what they do. Nothing. I'm going to play Brutal Cathar. I'm going to get rid of the Siphoner. Just don't want them cashing in on that, that ability they have. They're pushing Thalia's Lieutenant. Understandable. They probably got a handful of black removal spells. Here comes the sack.
When I win, you're telling me. I've always hated.
Get another energy here. All right. They're gonna make us discard a card next turn. Speedy 98. I actually don't know what that says. It's a bunch of letters. I can't, unfortunately can't read it. We're gonna play Adeline. We're gonna try to put pressure on this Liliana. When he pluses and makes us discard, I guess I'll get rid of a bodyguard.
We all have things we'd rather forget.
I think Tireless Tracker gets us back into this game because he's making us discard. Get rid of an Assassin's Trophy, okay. No, we're gonna take that one. He's got removal spell in his hand. He's not gonna just not do anything here. Oh, there's the removal spell. Yeah, we're gonna take that action. That gives us Collected Company. Scavenging Ooze. Alright. I think what we're gonna do here is we're gonna play the Tireless Tracker. Dauntless Bodyguard on the Tireless Tracker. Kind of does two things. Gives us protection against Lily being able to blind us. We'll get rid of the Aspirant for the plus. This kind of slows down the attacks as well.
This was boring. Fine. I know when I'm not wanted.
The bad thing here is we actually have to sack a creature, and then we don't have protection for Tireless Tracker. So we can just play another Liliana and minus again. Yeah. That's alright.
Happy to help. But I'm... one of your
He's using
friends
up-
has to leave.
Using up all this removal, and we're just going to play a Collected Company here in a moment. Another Siphoner, okay. Siphoners are good. Yeah. We could be like, oh, we don't have anything. I mean, I could play both Aspirants and then ditch the Tireless Tracker. I think that's what I'm going to do. We'll play both Aspirants and then I'm going to ditch the Tireless Tracker. We'll make them both 2/2s. At this point, we're just trying to put pressure on the Liliana. Playing his own Tireless Tracker. Land. Treasure. Clue. Sorry. Clue token. Sack it. Get another clue token. That's value. You can sack one of the clue tokens to draw a card. Destroy one of our creatures. Okay. I don't like doing this, but it is the way that we have to go. They're getting a lot of value here, so we'll hold this. We'll trade for the Tireless Tracker if he wants to trade it. Wants to keep the Liliana. Okay. Ooh, nice. See if he does the plus. Sure.
I'm tired of your secrets.
I know what he's gonna do now. Brings in with both. Select the company right now. I think we're gonna go here and then here and bring stuff back from the graveyard. Get some action going on here. Bring back Alia's Lieutenant. How many creatures in the graveyard? He's got 1, 2, 3 open mana. And 1, Yeah, there's plenty of creatures in the graveyard here. I'm actually kind of surprised he didn't eat anything with the scavenging ooze. This does kill us if we don't block him. There's a 1, 2, 3. So yeah, we're gonna just double block here, I guess. You're gonna kill this dude, give us our Thalia back so we can block with Thalia. I assume that he's gonna make it, yeah. I assume he's gonna put us down. Get that life link back though. Murderous Rider, okay. It is daytime. Question is do we get rid of the Murderous Rider? Or do we get rid of the Chevel? We can put pressure on Liliana right now. We can kill Liliana actually. But I think we're dead on the backswing. We'd have to block Scoos. Alright. So let's go ahead and play this. I think we just play it on Scavenging Ooze. He blocks here. We lose our Adeline. And then we're in it for 4 anyway. Let's go ahead and do this. It's not the play that I want, but it is what we need to do here. Because now we can double block here. He's going to gain 2, but he doesn't get to draw the cards off of the Chevel. If he minuses, then we're going to lose Folly anyway. He's got us in a pretty rough spot here. Gonna draw a bunch of cards. He kind of outvalued us here. We got no blocks. We'll be down to 1. And yeah, that's a kill. We got nothing. In the next game. We didn't draw anything there. Just able to outvalue us. I think in this matchup we just bring in the kite sails, get rid of removal, and we'll drop a couple other cards. He's not really playing a graveyard deck. I know the general is a really good human here though, and we'll keep the general. We'll drop 1 Dauntless Bodyguard. Do it like that. Just kind of we're just kind of shaving cards to bring in the Kite Sail Freebooter. We want all of them, but we're not trying to make our deck worse by having tons of cards in there, having a 65 card deck. Play first. This is a sketchy hand. Bunch of 2-drops, 3-drop. I'm gonna try it. We're probably gonna lose on this one because we're gonna keep this this hand that we probably shouldn't keep. I probably should not keep this hand. If we can hit a land here, we're gonna be in a good spot because we can just go and start kite sailing and Folly out there. There's our land. Take a look what he's got in his hand. Sorin. Okay, and then the underdog. All right. Chevel, underdog. He's got plenty of lands. Yep. All right. Wow, we just went runner here. That's the way we do it. I will play this. Call it on human. Play our Brutal Cathar. Take his Chevel. Back for 2. We just had it all here. Plays the. He's either got something else or he plays the Tenacious Underdog. Okay. Underdog it is. Overgrown Tomb. Alright. I'm gonna just play Alia's Lieutenant here. Pump all of our dudes up. Makes it to where this doesn't trade. Well, it does trade actually. I think we just play Adeline and then we'll attack with the Kaisail. I mean, he gets a block either way. Or we can play... Yeah, I'm gonna play Lieutenant. This way we get to push more damage. Because he can either trade with the Thraben Inspector. Okay. Take 2. And now we're in a spot where we still have our Brutal Cathar. Plenty of things that we can mess around with. 2-1. And another one. Lots of little menacing creatures over here. At this point, we are going to go ahead and play Adeline. I think what we're going to do is we're just going to attack with these. We'll trade with him on his little glint sleeves if that's what he wants to do. I don't think that he's going to... Okay. I didn't think he was going to trade them because that's just too much pressure. That was just a good hand. We got really lucky there with our one lander. Do not recommend keeping those hands. But it paid off in dividends for us. I don't think that I really want to change anything else. I think I just want to run it back. I think that's exactly the way that we wanted to have the hand kind of go. Brought in enough stuff for the for his hand to stop removal, and kind of got there. All right, now this is a much better, like, you know, I can get behind this a little bit more. A 2-lander's a lot better than keeping a 1-lander. All right, we're gonna keep this. We do have a collected company on the high end. No turn 1 play. Okay. A little interested in that. I think what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna just play the Temple Garden. No, we can play that. We can actually get away with this in this deck. We can just play human and then play it. Get our Thraben Inspector in. He probably got a fatal push sitting. Oh, he didn't. He didn't have it, or he didn't use it. Can't say he didn't have it. Okay. Now we're gonna shock this in, and we're just gonna go ahead and play. I want to play either Aspirin or Lieutenant, and I think I'm gonna play Aspirin. Put the counter on the Inspector, and then we'll swing in for 2. Okay. Need a couple lands here. Wouldn't mind getting another land next turn. And let's make a push. And another Scavenging Ooze. Okay. Get in for 2. Alright. Let's send it. See what he does. No blocks. Okay. Thalia. Gonna slow down his removal. This doesn't give me good blocks because he can just eat creatures out of the graveyard. But it does at least start kind of putting a little bit of pressure on him to do something. Now we've got good blocks. Not really, because he can eat with the Scavenging Ooze 1 time, so we're not gonna block. He can do it once. And we can't really pick. If we pick the 1, he eats it with the 1 we block. So there's no way around that. That's just kind of how that works. Unfortunately, not getting any more stuff here. We're just gonna play the Thalia's Lieutenant and try to race here. We can swing for 6. He's probably not going to block, and then he's got 6, 7, 8 on the backswing. Plus 3, we'd have to block with Athalia's Lieutenant. How many creatures in the graveyard? 0. So he doesn't actually have that option. Let's just go and send him. We're going to try to race him. We kind of are in a race scenario. We're missing land drops. Unfortunately, we're missing land drops. If we can get a land next turn, we can play our Adeline. That's going to make our Thalia's Lieutenant the 3/3. Be able to swing for lethal. That is also if everything survives here. So he's got 7, 8, 9 plus another clue. So 10 damage on the board potentially. We could have lethal on the backswing. I think we slow down just a little bit here. I think that he's got a removal spell. I think he's got a removal spell. 7, 8, 9, 10. We're at 2. Can't eat anything in the graveyard. All right, I'm not gonna block. I think he's got a removal spell, but show it to me then. All right, he's got another creature. Okay. Another collected company, so we just didn't make it at all. We needed a land there. So at this point, we do have to just absolutely... Well, we can't do anything because the Glint Sleeve Siphoner, we have to double block. So we're just dead. Just dead. As we swing out, he blocks with a Siphoner. We lose anyway. We can play this, make this a 1. We're going to see if he does it. Well, we'll see if he does it. You see here, I can block Tireless Tracker. I need to make this 1 bigger. Okay, make this 1 bigger. No blocks. We'll see if he sees it. He might not see. He might not swing out. If he realizes that his guy has menace, and he has to swing out, we put a creature in front of everybody, and then we have to put 2 creatures in front of the Glint Sleeve Siphoner, no matter what. Yeah, he wins. We'll just go ahead and concede. He didn't even need to play Kalitas. That's just BM. We're going around 4. But yeah, I said this BM. It's only BM because we were tapped out. We didn't have anything. Like, everything was on the board, and all he had to do was attack with it. So there was no reason to play that. You know, this is a really slow hand, but we're going to keep it. There's no reason for him to play the Kalitas because he had us on board already. What are we playing against? This looks like some Esper deck. Interesting. Okay. I'll play no value, Thalia's Lieutenant. I feel like this is not a creature deck. This is a control deck. If they just pass, yeah, this is a control deck. I don't think he's gonna have any creatures, so we're just gonna go ahead and play the Brutal Cathar. He's probably gonna counterspell. He's probably got Absorb, but we're just gonna go ahead and do it. We want to make it look like we don't have the collected company. And yeah, we missed a point of damage here, but I was also expecting him to remove the Thalia's Lieutenant, so it's okay. Like that. So we're just gonna play this and pass the turn. probably should have played Collected Company while we had the opportunity, because now he's probably not going to tap out and he's not going to do anything. This is how it always goes. Made a mistake there. Sure, whatever. We had just a really slow hand against this, so this is exactly what they want from us, to play very slow. And he's just gonna play like Teferi and his little stuff. No problems. Play a Thalia. I mean, we're gonna try to force action and see if we can get him to tap down. I mean, this is just him using. Oh wow! I figured he had the Wandering Emperor. I'm surprised he didn't play anything there. Another Shadow Disguise. Okay. And watch, he's got like Dovin's veto again. Okay, he didn't. Play Kudrow and Dauntless Bodyguard to keep him around, keep him off of like these. I don't know if they've got any ways to bring this stuff back, so we're just gonna remove them. I don't think that they do, but that doesn't mean that they don't for sure. So he's got 2 mana open. Can we kill him right now? This is 6. That makes it 8. Eat his last card. Play this. This doesn't kill him. But we can bring back another Thalia's Lieutenant. Which makes this 10. Got him down to 4. Exile non-land permanent. Okay. Not what non-land permanent do. Oh, okay. I was wondering what non-land permanent he was going to pick. He just kind of outvalued him. The Collected Companies. That happens very frequently. I don't think Brutal Cathar is going to be any good in this matchup just because they have no creatures. So I'm going to just drop them for Kite Sails. And then I'd like to bring in this other Thalia just to kind of like put more pressure on their lands. I think I'm going to just drop an Aspirant for that. Bring a 2-drop in for a 2-drop. I mean, everything else is kind of gets us into the game and it keeps things going. I guess I could get rid of this 1 Kudrow and keep the 2-drops. Yeah, I'll keep the 2-drops. I mean, Kudrow is really good because all the humans get +1. Yeah, I'll keep the original plan. The thing with Kudrow is that he gives everybody 1. So if I can collect a company in a spot where we can push an extra 4 or 5 damage or something like that, kind of like what we did there, that's going to be big plays versus just giving a 1/1. And we also, that happens on entry, so we get around the fact that we don't need to worry about waiting for the beginning of combat. All right, and keep this. And put this into play tapped. This isn't the best of hands, considering it's just a little slow. It does have a pretty decent value in it, so that's good. I think the best thing that I could do here is just go ahead and start trying to put pressure on. Humans, yeah, we're playing Abzan humans actually. Changed the list up a little bit here, and added in General Kudrow, and starting to do some extra work here. We took that last game. I was actually really surprised we took that last game. To be completely honest with you, I thought for sure he had it. We've been undefeated except for the last game, the last match we lost against a green black on a on a chance play. We played a game of chance with them and we lost, so it happens. I think I'm going to shock this in. We're going to play this. And then this gives us +1, and then Thalia will get another +1. Unless they counter it. They got Essence Scatter and stuff. Or, yeah, Essence Scatter. Capture is the other one. Yo! And what's up, man? Giving us the raid. Raid of 4, party of 4 coming in. How's it going, man? Welcome into the Raiders, guys. We're doing a Bronze to Mythic. Playing in all in Explorer. Ooh, Shieldred. We can't get around Shieldred right now either. A little bit too big for us. So we can go 1. That gives us 2. This will give us 3. A creature gives us 4. That's the way we're going to have to play it. That's the way we're going to have to play it here. We have the colors. Yes. Okay, so I can go Thraben Inspector. We're gonna have to try to push this Shieldred over. We don't have time. We are playing against a control deck, so we kind of in the race, but we don't want to overextend either. We're gonna go ahead and I played that wrong. I should play the other one first. It's okay. I don't think they can bring anything back from the graveyard. Play this first, exile a card. Play the Thraben Inspector, exile a card. That was my fault. This makes us have a 5/5. We get another human. We're gonna eat the other one. So we could have eaten the entire. We could have eaten the entire thing. Yeah, I didn't have the mana to play it right now, so we're gonna do it on next turn if he doesn't board wipe us. But we can play this. Oh wow. Wow. This is what we needed, was the Dauntless Bodyguard. All right. Can we get back into this game? He's down to 3 cards in hand. We can bring back the Thalia's Lieutenant. We needed another turn there. That's what we need. We needed another mana. So if we can bring back the Thalia's Lieutenant for an extra little bit of value, but Dauntless Bodyguard doesn't do anything for us right now. So I think what I'm going to do is I could play the Specialist, get back another Thraben Inspector, and then try to draw some extra cards here. I think that's the play. We want to save Dauntless Bodyguard for a card that actually kind of matters. And even though Thraben Inspector will get there, he's been playing a bunch of board wipes. It's like the 4th time he's board wiped me in the 2 games. We are up 1 game right now. We got the first game on them, and they're pulling us. They're getting us pretty good here on the second game with all the removal. Here's the fairy.
Trust me.
Fairy's gonna plus. Okay.
Thank me, mate. No time for a break.
So we are under the gun. We need a collected company right now. What do we got? Nothing in here. We need a collected company right now. Hey man, I appreciate it. Thanks for the raid. It's been really good getting back into the game. I'm having a lot of fun with it. Losing life. Another land. Another land. We can't even apply pressure. Let's just draw again. See if we can get something else. We can get okay. We do get the Kite Sail. Can slow him down a little bit. Take a look at his hand. I think we're gonna lose this one. I think that he's just got too much value on us. There's the absorb. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna tap out on this one. He's got us beat on this one. We just didn't get there. He had us on that from the beginning. Seeing the Shieldred makes me want to bring back in the Brutal Cathar. It's just a nice, easy way to get rid of it. Stance is good as well. We get to get the indestructible until the end of the turn. So I'm thinking we need to bring in a couple of these cards. We saw a bunch of the stuff there for board wipes. We definitely want to keep in Kudrow. Tireless Tracker. Extraction gets us back in the game. Adeline is good. Putting pressure on him. I think we can drop one. And be okay. I really like the Thalia. I think we can drop one here. I think we kind of just drop a little bit. We're just kind of cutting some cards. I think instead of bringing in Brutal Cathar, I'm gonna bring in Valorous Stance. Gives our guys indestructible, and then we can also destroy the Shieldred if we need it. So this does both. I like to bring in that last one. Maybe I do drop one Thalia. Maybe we drop one Lieutenant. I think maybe we're going to drop a Guardian of Thraben. I brought one in, so maybe the Valorous Stance is just better. Especially, well, I mean, we are on the play. I think I'm going to leave it like this. I think this is the way we're going to run it. Getting those abilities to keep our guys alive. Very important. Let's see if we can push him over again. We did it the first game. All right. This is okay. A little slow. Kind of what we're doing here. Slow and steady wins the race. Nothing but walls. That'd be interesting. All right, here we go. Get our Lieutenant online. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna play Aspirant first, and then we'll play Lieutenant next turn. Maximum damage to him, so we can actually play Lieutenant plus Thraben, but I don't think I'm going to play them both. I'm just going to play Lieutenant. Again, we don't want to play into the board wipes. He's going to have tons of removal. We already know this. Lieutenant makes this, Thalia makes this much better. We can actually just play Thalia. Forces removal. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. We're going to force his removal before combat. He's either going to kill the Aspirant. Okay, he didn't. Surprise there. Maybe he has Fatal Push. He's just going to pay 2 for it. Let's go ahead and see what he's going to do. I'm going to put this one on the Aspirant. We'll see if we can just put an extra damage on him. What's he doing here? Oh, he's returning it to our hand. Okay. I'd like to play this as a green source, but then we can't play our Raven Inspector. I think that's okay. We're not trying to push an extra Raven Inspector. I guess I probably should have, because then we can make it much bigger. I think we just keep trying to force that action here. Oh, he tapped out. He tapped out on us. And we got there. He tapped out on us. Ranking up again.